9, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Number 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Once again, thank you very much for joining the call today. I welcome all of you to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
Hare Krishna, Nanda Priya, Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Preeti Dasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Guru Maharaj ki Jai. This is Arvindaksha Das from Chicago. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Arvindaksha Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Yashamati from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Ji, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nanpriya Narmada Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumar Devdasi from Ram.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees on the call, and all glories to Guru Maharaj. This is Anita from Sharjah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. All glories to Assembled Devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and to all the Vaishnavas on this call. This is Megha from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Megha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, and all glories to assembled devotees. This is Radha from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to the Vaishnavas assembled. This is Aditi Devi Dasi from Canada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Aditi Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the devotees. This is Sushmita from Mississauga.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Are there any more devotees who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, my pranams to you and to all the devotees assembled on the call. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna, Vanishri from Bangalore, India.
Hare Krishna, Vanishri Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Nandapriya Narmada Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulika Karna Devi Das.
Hare Krishna, Indulika Karuna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Shall we start recording, Mataji?
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
This meeting is being recorded.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Pavaneswar Prabhu ji on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, description of Vedic Planetarium. Before handing over the call to Prabhu ji, I would like to ask Aditi Mataji, please give some introduction about Prabhu ji. Mataji, please take over.
Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. We are very fortunate to have His Grace Pavaneswar Das Prabhuji today. His Grace Pavaneswar Das is a senior brahmachari devotee from the Mumbai Yatra. He is part of the Vedic Cosmology team, currently working on the translation of Surya Siddhanta. Pavaneswar Prabhu teaches many courses including Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam at Bhaktivedanta Academy for Cultural Education at Sri Sri Radha Gopinath Mandir. Prabhuji is a gold medalist in electrical engineer, honors from the Indian Institute of Science. His interest in cosmology studies led him to collaborate with fellow students at Bhaktivedanta Vidyapita at Govardhan Eco Village, Mumbai, India, resulting in the release of a book called Bhagavata Cosmology. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving your very valuable time and enlightening us on this topic. Please take over the call, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandatnam. So thank you very much for allowing me to continue. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamiyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Itinamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradhayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय, ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees for our second session on this topic. So hope all of you briefly discussed among yourself or went through some notes or whatever about the previous class discussion. This is little technical, difficult to understand at the very first time. We need to spend some time, we need to discuss about it, then the concept becomes clear. So here, if you remember in the previous class, we discussed that on top of Manustra mountain in 4 directions, we have 4 townships. In the east, we have Indra's township, Devadani. In the south, Yama's township, Sammamani. In the west, Varuna's township, Nimolachani. In the north, Soma's township, Vibhavari. And sun is said to be moving above this Manustra mountain, passing through these 4 townships. And by the way, he creates day and night all over the Bhumandala. As you see in this picture, this is the top view and this is the front view. This is how the day and night concept has been presented in the Srimad Bhagavatam, that is experienced by people living on the Bhumandala. Then within the Bhumandala, we also have a small portion called as Bharata Kanda, that is our earth globe on which we are living. So with respect to that earth globe, how day and night is happening, we can see here. As sun is passing through day and night, we have day and night. So the modern science, they say that sun is stationary, but earth is revolving around itself in the counterclockwise direction. As a result of that, we are experiencing day and night. But Bhagavatam understanding is the earth globe is stationary, but sun is moving clockwise direction. As a result of that, we are experiencing day and night. Within 24 hours, all of us, everywhere and anywhere, all throughout the earth globe, all throughout the Bhumandala, we continuously go through the concepts of morning, afternoon, evening, etc. And night, midnight, next morning, etc. So this is like slow motion. Kindly observe this picture. The sun is moving along with the Kala Chakra as well as the 27 nakshatras. Kala Chakra consisting of 12 rashis and 27 nakshatras. So when sun was here, it was sunrise in India. When sun came here, it is midday in India. As sun is going, it is late afternoon. Here you can see the how much amount of portion of the earth globe is being covered by darkness and which portion of the earth globe is bright. Now it is sunset. Half of the India is already dark. Other half is still bright, but very soon they will be having night time. So now it is night in India, slowly. So it is midnight in India. So basically, wherever sun is overhead, they will have noon. And when sun is in the in front of, as we are facing, standing and facing towards east, that is like sunrise. And behind us is sunset. And underneath, exactly below us, is the midnight. This is the same phenomena experienced by everyone on the surface of the earth globe, especially when we are close to line of equator, not on the poles. On the poles, our experience will be like the sun will be moving around us, like doing parikrama. But if we are standing on the line of equator, so our experience is that sun is going above and below, like we experience in Bombay. So all of you might be having an experience something like somewhere close to this, one of these two. Is anyone can exactly tell me what is the latitude of the place you are living? latitude with respect to line of equator at what height?
Checking, Prabhuji.
Okay. Sorry.
So Prabhuji, in Toronto, this is 43.6 north and 79.3 west.
Okay, west is longitude, north is latitude. So 43, round figure, 43 degrees latitude. So starting from line of equator, we need to go upward 43 degrees, almost 45, exactly in the middle. If this is 30 degrees latitude, and this is 60 degrees latitude, this is 90 degrees latitude, 45 will be somewhere exactly in the middle. So it is like that. This angle is 45 degrees. So that is the understanding of latitude. So if somebody is standing here, they will have the path of the sun, which will be moving at an inclination of 45 degrees. If you are at 43 degrees, you will have the sun will be moving in a plane of 47, 30, 45, 45, yeah, 47 degrees. And 43 degrees only, whichever place you are there. For a person here, 90 degrees means they will have 0 degrees. So 43 means 47 degrees, exactly opposite. 90 minus your latitude. That will be the angle of the plane of the sun, orbit of the sun. So this is like, as we said previously, 60 degrees. So because they are standing at 30 degrees, that's why they have 60 degrees. So in that way. Bombay, we have 19 degrees latitude. So very close to line of equator. In that way, we have normal experience. So since you are at 43 degrees, in the northern direction, if you look at in 43 degrees height, you will get to see the pole star. So this is north for me. So exactly in front of me is like 0 degrees, but I need to look at 90 degrees above so that I can see the pole star. So since you are at 43 degrees, you need to look at in height, 43 degrees height, so that you can see the pole star. So that is the understanding. So since pole star will be somewhere here. So if this person, he has to look above, overhead, so to see the pole star. And this person, he need to see this side, below. Pole star is exactly below at a 0 degree angle. So with respect to the plane, the pole star will be at 0 degree angle. And for him, with respect to the plane, the pole star will be 90 degrees. For a person at 45 degrees or something like that, the pole star will be here. So with respect to the plane, the pole star will be at 45 degrees, something like that. So if at all you want to see pole star in Toronto, maybe on a good day when there are no clouds, when there is not brightness or not much brightness around, you get to see the pole star. So with this basic understanding, as sun is moving along with the Kala Chakra, as we saw in the previous animation, that both are seeming to be moving together, but actually they don't move together. That also we kind of briefly saw in the previous class. So that we will see today. See, everywhere the sun is together with the Kala Chakra. Sun and Kala Chakra seems to be going together. So today we'll see they are not together, but they have little difference in speeds. Based on that, we will explain the concepts of how the months are happening, seasons are happening, all the other things are explained based on that. So we saw that last time, the sun and moon along with the Kala Chakra, we added moon also. As they move around, as they complete one round, the Kala Chakra completes 360 degrees. So one round is like 360 degrees in circumference, but sun completes 359 degrees, moon completes 347 degrees. So if they are allowed to continue the same speed, so over every round, the sun will be lagging behind by 1 degree. So like that, if they continue for 30 rounds, 30, the sun will go from here to 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. So slowly every round, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, like that, over 30 rounds, sun will go here. And moon is lagging behind by 13 degrees. Over 30 rounds, 13 degrees into 30. 13 3 39. So total 300 degrees. So the moon will slowly go around like this. it will complete 360 degrees plus it will go another 30 degrees. So over 30 rounds of Kala Chakra, sun will go from here to here and moon will go around and again come exactly here at the 30th degree. So at the starting point, we have both sun and moon are together. So this kind of arrangement is called as, in our vernacular language, we call it as Amavasya, or we say that new moon day. So that day moon is not seen, because the reason is, so we see that the sun rays are passing from here to earth globe, which is in the middle, exactly in the middle of this Kala Chakra. And on the Amavasya, moon is exactly in the middle. The sun rays will fall on this part of the moon. This part of the moon will be bright because of the sun rays, and this part of the moon will be dark. So we, being situated in the earth globe here, we see this part of the moon, which is towards us, toward the earth globe. So since this part of the moon is not brightened by sunlight, on the Amavasya day we can't see the sun. Sir, we can't see the moon. So that's why it is called Amavasya. And after 30 rounds, the sun will go here and the moon will go around a little faster and again come in front of the sun. That will be called another Amavasya. After another 30 rounds, the sun will go from 30 to 60 and moon will go from 30, make one round, again go here to 60. That will be another Amavasya. Like that, one after the other, Amavasya will be keep coming over every 30 rounds. So like that, when Kala Chakra completes 360 rounds, since sun is lagging behind by 1 degree, 1 degree, 1 degree, after 180 rounds he will be here. After 270 rounds, sun will be here. After 360 rounds, again sun will come here. So when Kala Chakra completes 360 rounds, sun might have completed only 359 rounds. And moon, since he is moving faster, or every round 13 degrees faster in the backward direction, he might have made 347 rounds in the clockwise direction. But in the counterclockwise direction, the sun had made 1 round and moon had made 13 rounds. So the same thing we can see in a tabular form here. So the lagging, after 1 round 1 degree, 13 degrees. After 2 rounds 2 degrees, 26 degrees. After 30 rounds, 30 degrees, 390 degrees. So 390 degrees is equal to 1 plus 1/12th round. 1 round is equal to 360 degrees. 1/12th round will be 360 by 12. That will be 30. So 360 plus 30 will be 390 degrees. After 360 rounds of the time wheel, the sun is lagging behind by 1 complete round. The moon is lagging behind by 13 complete rounds. So from now on, we'll be only talking about these lagging speeds. At what speed the respective planets are lagging with respect to Kala Chakra. This is our interest, not that at what speed they are actually moving in the clockwise direction. We are only interested in the relative speeds. So with the help of these relative speeds only, we understand the movement of the planets and the formation of the weeks, months, etc., etc. All those things will be explained with that. So there is a small simulation of the same with sun and moon together. Sun and moon seems to be moving together along with the Kala Chakra, but this dotted line indicates that the moon is gradually lagging behind for a period of time. So when Kala Chakra completes 1 complete round, the sun is 1 degree behind. So here you see there is a 1 degree between this dotted line and this one, but moon is 12 degrees behind. Now we can see in this picture very nicely. Is it 12 degrees? One more round as it continues. So from here to here it is 26 degrees, 13 plus 13. And sun, you see, this sun with respect to this line, a little above, that is almost like 2 degrees. This is center of sun. If you draw a line from the center of the earth to center of sun, this angle would be 2 degrees, small 2 degrees. So like that, the sun and moon, though they are moving along with the Kala Chakra, but every round they are lagging behind by small amounts. Over a period of time, we see them that they are moving backward with respect to Kala Chakra. So thus the motion of the planets and sun moving with the wheel of time, which is moving clockwise around Meru and Dhruvaloka, as seen by the stars, is different from the movement of the wheel of time, since they can be observed moving in different constellations and zodiac signs in the opposite direction. I'll explain that what is the meaning of that. So, for our normal vision, the Kala Chakra is moving like this, the sun and moon also moving like this in clockwise direction. But with respect to Kala Chakra, the sun seems to be moving in the backward direction, because every day the sun is going backward by 1 degree and the moon is going backward by 13 degrees. Thus, over a period of time, the sun seems to be moving from one zodiac sign to other zodiac sign, other zodiac sign to other zodiac sign. Like that, it continues. So that was scientific understanding. But here you see, along with the zodiac, the sun is moving in a clockwise direction, but it gradually goes backward. Though the sun moves from east to west means like this, rising in the east and setting in the west. In the sky, from our point of view, our daily observation of sun movement is sun is rising in the east. In the noon, you can see sun overhead, and in the evening, sun is setting. In the midnight, sun is below. Next morning, sun is rising again. From our point of view, sun is moving from east to west. But in relation to the zodiac and other stars, the sun appears to move from Aries to Taurus and subsequently to other zodiac signs in the opposite direction, in the counterclockwise direction. Thus, the sun can be said to be moving clockwise from our point of view, as well as counterclockwise with respect to the Kala Chakra. Both are happening simultaneously. So it is like that. So this concept is explained in the 21st chapter, verse number 8 to 9. So in these verses, Sukadeva Goswami briefly says that sun keeping Dhruva both to his right and left. Then the second chapter, 22nd chapter, first verse, Parikshit Maharaj asks, can you please tell me how it is that? So in that context, he explains this movement of the sun and moon along with the Kala Chakra with a reduced speed. So now we'll try to explain the same phenomena with respect to the Earth globe. So before beginning the movement, the sun is here and the moon is here. Moon is in Ashwini, the sun is in Mesha. So after one round, they'll be seen like this. The sun will go behind 1 degree. You can clearly see. So currently this is the center of the sun. Somewhere like this, yeah. Sun is going a little bit above. That is 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees. You can clearly see. But in the meantime, currently the moon is in Ashwini. Over one round, moon is going to Bharani. Over one round, moon is going to Kritika. So one simple understanding, general understanding, don't find fault with me. So this is how Shastra says. Since the moon had 27 wives, so in order to be genuine with all his wives, moon is said to be spending 1 day with one wife. So on this particular day, moon is with Ashwini, and in 1 day, over a day time, the moon goes to Bharani, and he spends with Bharani 1 day, and then goes to Kritika 1 more day. So like that, he keeps spending one day with one wife. So that is how Shastra explains. That's how moon goes from one Rashi to other Rashi over every day. Even in our vernacular calendar also, we can see that nakshatra. What nakshatra is today? What nakshatra is today? Basically, nakshatra means in which nakshatra the moon is there on that particular day. So day before yesterday, of course, today is an Ashwini. Tomorrow you will be in Bharani. So tomorrow we say that Yesterday moon was with Ashwini and today is with Bharani. And day after tomorrow we say that today moon is with Kritika, yesterday with Bharani, and day before yesterday Ashwini, and tomorrow will be with Rohini, and day after tomorrow will be with Margashira. So in whichever nakshatra the moon is situated on that particular day, that will be the nakshatra on that particular of that particular day. That is the understanding. And whichever Rashi the sun is there, the sun will be in each Rashi over 30 days. So that will be the zodiac sign. The sun will be in that particular Rashi or that particular month. That will be the zodiac sign over through 30 days. So it is like that. And for sun also, nakshatra is said. So simultaneously sun is in Mesha Rashi as well as in Ashwini nakshatra. Moon is simultaneously with Kritika as well as with Mesha. Mesha starts here, Mesha lasts all the way up to here. Vrishabha starts here, it lasts all the way up to here. Mithuna starts here, it lasts all the way up to here. Similarly, Ashwini starts here, it will last all the way up to here. And Bharani starts here, it will last all the way up to here. So basically, Mesha means 0 degrees to 30 degrees. Vrishabha is 30 degrees to 60 degrees. Mithuna is 60 to 90. It's like that. And Ashwini is 0 to 13 degrees, 13 degrees, something like that. Little more than 13. That is basically 360 degrees by 27, exactly like that. And Bharani is 13 to 26. And Kritika is 26 to 39. Rohini is 39 to 52, something like that. So that is understanding. So like that. So for sun, at any given point of time, we have a zodiac sign, we have a nakshatra. So when sun goes here, though he is in Mesh Rashi, but that time he will be in Bharani nakshatra. When sun goes here, he will be in Vrishab Rashi, but in Mrigashira nakshatra. When sun goes here, he will be in Mithuna Rashi, but Punarvasu nakshatra, something like that. When sun is here, he is in Kritika Rashi, but in Mesha Rashi. Kritika nakshatra, but Mesha Rashi. When same moon goes here, he will be in Rohini nakshatra, but Vrishabha Rashi. So like that, for sun and for moon, we at any given point of time, in any given day, we have the Rashi as well, the nakshatra. How it is? So from the earth globe, if for example understand that we are here. So from here when you see, the sun is seem to be along with the Mesha Rashi, the moon is seem to be along with the Kritika nakshatra and Vrishabha Mesha Rashi only. Till here Mesha Rashi is only. Maybe after some time we will enter into Vrishabha Rashi. So when we see like this, so at wherever he is there, we see the sun along with the Rashi and nakshatra, we see the moon along with the Rashi and nakshatra. So that will be very clear. So if you know the angle also, we can understand based on the angle of the position of the sun, angle of the position of the moon. It is very clearly understood. So as we continue, after 30 rounds, the sun will go from Mesha to almost in Vrishabha, and the moon made one complete round and comes in front of sun. So previously at the beginning, the sun and moon are together. This is called Amavasya. After 30 rounds, the sun and moon are together. This is another Amavasya. After another 30 rounds, so moon is little ahead, but still maybe half day before that, the sun and moon were together. So that is another Amavasya. After 92 rounds, the sun after passing through Mesha, Vrishabha, Miduna just enters into Kritika, Karka. And moon already made 3 rounds and plus 120 degrees extra. So here to here it is 120 degrees. And after 183 rounds, the sun went behind by 180 degrees and the moon made already 6 rounds. And in the 7th round, he made 240 degrees extra. After 274 rounds, sun made 270 degrees. After 366 rounds, the sun had made 360 degrees. This is little different than what I have mentioned in the previous images. In the previous images, I have taken exact round figures. Sun is lagging behind by 1 degree every day. The moon is lagging behind by 13 degrees every day. That is only just to give the concept. But in reality, it is somewhat like this. Here also I have taken some truncation. How it is? I am mentioning that after 366 rounds of the time wheel, the sun made one reverse round. So in the forward direction or in the clockwise direction, like this, the sun had completed 365 rounds. So one round of the sun is 1 day for us. So sun's beginning is movement here and making one round. Again coming back to the same point is called 1 day for us. Because the same crossing that this particular line is considered to be the beginning of the day in that sense. So coming to the same point once again, it takes 24 hours for sun. So that will be 1 day for us. But by the time will complete 366 rounds, sun only complete 365 and he goes one round opposite direction in the clock way, in the time wheel. So thus we have 365 days in a year. Year means again sun coming back to the beginning point, Mesha Rashi, the beginning point of the time wheel. But actually in reality we have 365.25 days in a year. I kind of truncated the 0.25 days just to have closest round figure. So that was the whole idea. So in the meantime, as sun completed one round, one reverse counterclockwise round on top of the time wheel, the moon already made 13 rounds and also made 120 degrees extra. From here to here, 13 rounds plus 120 degrees. If we allow them to run for one more year, after 732 rounds, sun again comes back to the starting point, but moon must have made another 13 rounds plus 120 degrees. So total 26 rounds plus 240 degrees. So no moon is here. So if they are allowed to continue like that, after one more year, the sun had completed 3 reverse rounds and the moon had completed 13 plus 13 plus 13, 39 reverse rounds. Also 120 degrees plus 120 degrees plus 120 degrees, another 360 degrees. Total 40 rounds. The moon had made 40 reverse rounds with respect to Kala Chakra. So simple to understand is, when Kala Chakra completed 1098 rounds, the sun might have completed 1095 rounds. That is 3 reverse rounds. That is 3 years. And moon might have completed 1058 rounds. That means 40 reverse rounds. So with respect to Kala Chakra, the sun had completed 3 reverse rounds, moon had completed 40 reverse rounds. And with respect to sun, the moon had completed 40 minus 3, 37 reverse rounds. So in one year, generally the moon will have 12 months, 12 lunar months. So since it is 37, the 37th month will be the additional lunar month, which we generally get over every 3 years. Generally we celebrate Adhikamas over every 3 years. That was the reason. Because the moon's movement is like that. There are lunar months coming once in a while over every 3 years. So this was the old picture where sun is said to be lagging behind by 1 degree and moon is said to be lagging behind by 13 degrees. This is just to explain the concept. But in reality, the closest reality with the truncation of 0.5 days in a year, considering 365 days in a year, for every round of Kala Chakra, sun is lagging behind by 0.9836 degrees and moon is lagging behind by 13.11475 degrees. If they are allowed to go like this, after 27.45 rounds of Kala Chakra, the sun might have completed 27.375 days. So one round of Kala Chakra is equal to 360 degrees. Within that time, the sun might have completed 359.01 degrees because sun is lagging behind by 0.9836 degrees. So 360 minus 0.98 will be 359. But when sun completes 360 degrees, that is called 1 day. So 359.01 will be 0.99 days. So like that, when Kala Chakra complete 27.45 rounds, 27.45 into 359.01 is like this, 27.375 days. So basically 27.45 into 359.01 degrees divided by 360 degrees will give us 27.375 days. Sun's movement of 360 degrees is 1 day. So that is the reason. So over every 27.375 days, the moon completes one round. The moon had made 360 degrees. Ashwini, moon started with Ashwini and moon goes around, comes to Ashwini over every 27.375 days. And if we continue 2 days more, after every 29.59 days, the sun had completed 29.19 degrees. The moon had completed 360 plus 29.19 degree. Here both sun and moon are at 0 degree position. Here both sun and moon are at 29.19 degrees. This is the first Amavasya. This is the second Amavasya. So this indicates that after every 29.59 or 29.6 days, one lunar month gets completed. We have Ekadashi every fortnight. So if we consider a lunar month is supposed to have 30 days, say fortnight will have 15 days. So we are supposed to have Ekadashi after every fortnight, after every 15 days. For example, if Ekadashi comes this week on Sunday, the 2 weeks later, the Ekadashi is supposed to come on Monday because 7 plus 7 plus 1, 15. But sometimes we see that Ekadashi will come on the same day. So if this week Ekadashi came on Sunday, or 2 weeks later Ekadashi again will come on Sunday. So I have calendar, I'll just tell you a couple of things. So in the month March, on the 14th we had Amalaki Virta Ekadashi. Again on 20th we have Papamochana Ekadashi. Within 2 weeks Ekadashi came. And later on, so this was on Monday. 14th March is Monday, 28th March is Monday. The next Ekadashi will be 12th April. That will be Tuesday. So one Ekadashi came after 14 days. The next Ekadashi came after 15 days. And the next Ekadashi will be 26th April. That will be again on Tuesday. And the next month, so 26th April, next month will be 12th May Ekadashi. That will be on Thursday. So previous one was on Tuesday and the next one will be on Thursday. So because of this 0.6 days extra, sometimes Ekadashi is observed 1 day before, sometimes 1 day later. Because we cannot start Ekadashi after in the middle of the day. So 29.5. If one is 15, another one will be 14.5. So 14.5 we can't start with. So sometimes it is taken 14, 14 and 15, 15 and 14, 15, 14, 15. It keeps varying. That was because of this particular peculiar number. So ideally, after every 29.6 days, the lunar month gets completed. Kindly remember that this number is very important. In your daily observation also, it will be useful. And in the next slide also, it will be required for us. Okay, in India and in America, there will be Ekadashi will be a little different. 1 day later, 1 day later, 1 day earlier, because of the starting point of the Ekadashi. That is a different concept. So now, if we continue the same thing, the same data which was mentioned in the previous slide for many more months. So here, after 356.11 rounds of the time wheel, 355 days might have completed. So after 355 days, the sun is lagging behind by 350 degrees and the moon is lagging behind by 12 times 360 plus 350 degrees. So 350 and 350, both sun and moon are together. This will be the 12th Amavasya. So the 12th Amavasya or the completion of 12 lunar months will happen after 355.135 days. After every 355 days, one lunar year gets completed. Kindly remember this. So then, after a few more rounds, when time will complete 366 rounds, the sun had completed 365 days. That is 1 year got completed. That is 1 round completed reverse in the opposite direction. So in the meantime, the moon had completed 12.333 rounds plus 1. The sun had completed 1 round with respect to Kala Chakra. The moon had completed 13.33 rounds with respect to Kala Chakra. So when we subtract this one gets cancelled. So moon had completed 12.33 rounds with respect to sun. That means 12 months already completed after 355 days. In the remaining 10 days, so not exactly 10, but 9.865 days, the moon went ahead of 1/3 round, 0.33 rounds. Then, after another year, the sun did 2 rounds, the moon did 2 plus 24.667 rounds. After 3 years, the sun made 3 rounds, the moon made 3 plus 37 rounds. So these three gets cancelled. So after 3 years, we will have 37 lunar months. The 37th lunar month will be Adhika Mas. Why? 355 12 months. Another 355 12 months. Another 355 12 months. The difference is 10 days. 355 to 360 will be 10 days. 10 days here, 10 days here, 10 days here. 10 plus 10 plus 10 will be 30. The 30 days combined together are sufficient enough to have one more month. One more lunar month. That's how over every 3 years we have one additional lunar month. So this table now we will see in the form of a table with the dates, exact dates when they are happening. Since I have prepared these slides long back, you see those years. I prepared these for 2016, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19. For these years I have prepared. So we have 12 zodiac signs with their Sanskrit and English names. The starting date of the zodiac sign and the ending date of the zodiac sign. These are fixed. These are permanent. These cannot be changed. Maybe half day here and there, but otherwise not more than that change. So it may, the sun might enter into Mesha Rashi on 14th morning or 14th evening or 14th night or early morning hours of the 14th. Maybe half day here and there it may be, but it will be around that day only. It cannot be here and there. Sun enters into Mesha on 14th. Sun enters into Vrishabha on 15th May. Enters into Mithuna on 15th June. So like that. So the sun will be passing through each zodiac sign over every 30.5 days. And two zodiac signs put together one season. We have Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemanta, and Shishira. Spring, summer, monsoon, autumn, winter, pre-vernal, etc. etc. So different seasons are there. And these are the position of the 27 nakshatras. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrigashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Ashlesha, Pushya, Ashlesha, Maga, Purva Palguna, Uttara Palguna, Asta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jeshta, Moola, Purvashada, Uttarashada, Shravana, Dhanishta, Shatabisha, Purvabhadra, Uttarabhadra, Revati. These are 27 nakshatras. And now, in a year, we have 12 lunar months. They are named as Chaitra, Vaishaka, Jeshta, Ashada, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashvina, Kartika, Mrigashira, Pushya, Maga, Falguna. So the devotees from West might not have heard these names they may not be familiar with these names so much. But in India, all those devotees who are born and brought up in India, they must have heard these names many times since our childhood. These names are not something new. Chaitra, Vaishaka, Jeshta, etc. The Chaitra is basically, it begins on Ugadi. So very soon we are going to celebrate this Ugadi here in India, even everywhere. And 2nd April will be beginning of the Chaitra Mas. So that is a general understanding. So Chaitra is the first lunar month from that point of view. That is the beginning of the lunar year. So in the South India especially, all the states celebrate this Ugadi. It is called as Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra. It is called as Ugadi in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. And Tamil Nadu, they call it as Adi, something like that. So, in the year 2016 and 17, Chaitra started on 8th April, ended on 6th May. And Vaishaka started on 7th May, ended on 5th June. Jay started on 6th June, ended on 4th July. So, like that, the 12th month, Falguna, ended on 28th March. started on 8th April, ended on 28th March. If you clearly observe, there is a difference of 10 days. From 28th March to 8th April will be around 10 to 11 days difference is there. So with respect to a solar year, the lunar year gets completed 10 to 11 days earlier. As we saw in the previous picture, 355.1 days, the lunar year gets completed. So that we can see with respect to dates also here. So on the 29th March, again the new Chaitra began, and the next year ends on 17th March. So 27th March to 17th March, there is a difference of 12 days. And on 18th March, the new year began, and the 12th month of that new year ends on 6th March. So 18th March to 6th March, we have a difference of 12 days. So 11 days here, 12 days here, 12 days here. So overall, 11 plus 12 plus 12, 24 plus 11, 35, 34 days difference is there. So within that additional days, we will have additional month, 7th March to 5th April. One extra month can be included. But still here you can see 8th April it has begun, and the third year along with the lunar month ended on 5th April. Still there is a difference of 3 days. The difference of 3 days is because of the truncation. Because I have removed 0.25 days over every year. Since it is 365.25 days for every year, I made it at 365 days. So because of the truncation, so this particular difference also need to be considered. And I have made the moon's movement in such a way that after every 3 years, there will be only one Adhika Mas. That there also have truncated moon also a little bit here and there. So just to explain the concept. So that we have differences. Because of this small difference, because of this truncation and all, sometimes we see that lunar month is coming, Adhika Masa is coming after 2 years, once in every 20 years, something like that. So Adhika Masa comes after 2 years itself. So because this 2-3 days extra additional things keeps adding, accumulating. So additional lunar month comes within 2 years only sometimes. So that was general understanding. Now some of you might have understood that, might have thought that, okay, this month supposed to be additional month. This month supposed to be Adhika Mas. But actually this is not the Adhika Mas. Adhika Mas came here. So here I have written extra Jyeshta. So within the Jyeshta Mas, the 16th May to 13th June considered to be Adhika Jyeshta Mas. In the year 2018-19, we had additional Jyeshta Mas. And then in the last year, I think 2020, somewhere we have got another additional month. So next additional month will come in 2023. Next year we are going to have additional month. This entire table, now we will put it in the circle. You see, 27 nakshatras, 12 zodiac signs along with the starting date and ending date, 6 seasons, and the 3 years. This is the lunar year 2016-17, the third inner circle. The innermost circle is 2018-19 and 2017-18, 2016-17. So Chaitra Mas started here, it ends here, and Vaishakha starts here and ends here. Like that, if you go around, the first lunar year ended here. This is additional 10 days gap, 10 or 11 days gap. So next year began here. Like that, it goes through 12 months, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. The 12th month ended here. This is another additional 10 days, 10 to 11 days. Third year starts here, goes around and ends here. So here additional 10 to 11 days is there. This is additional 10 days, this is 10 days, 10 days. All three put together, there is enough space for the extra month. So here to here. So this month ends here. So more or less, it has begun here, almost ending at the same time, same place. That's how 3 years. In 3 years, we have additional month. So now the concept is, these lines are indicating sun is entering into this zodiac sign. That is 14th April, ending point is 14th May. This is 15th May and 14th June. So like that, we can see. So now, let us spend some time on this chart, explaining different concepts about additional month and months, etc., etc. And also devotees who are interested to know about the zodiac sign, all these things, etc. So I have drawn a line here. So this is passing through a particular position. So in some time, so for example, At the starting point, sun was here and the moon was here. So in some time, over few days or something like that, the sun will go from here to here. So when sun is here, particular thing, wherever this line is passing through, sun is said to be in Mesha Rashi and Ashwini Nakshatra, because this line is in Ashwini Nakshatra, sun is said to be in Ashwini Nakshatra. If moon is here, somewhere here, and then moon is said to be in Mesha Rashi and Ashwini Nakshatra. If moon is here, then moon is said to be in Tula Rashi and Swati Nakshatra. If sun is here, sun is said to be in Tula Rashi and Swati Nakshatra. So when we see from the earth, so whatever Nakshatra and whatever Rashi we see along with the sun, so sun is said to be in that Nakshatra and in that Rashi. So it is like that. So now the concept is, at the beginning, the sun is here and the moon is here. After 15 days, approximately, the sun goes from here to here over a period of time, sometime later. So in the meantime, the moon might have traveled all the way here and moon came here. So that time, sun is here and the moon is exactly in the opposite side. The angle between sun and moon will be 180 degrees. When sun and moon are together, sun is here and moon is here, that will be called Amavasya. When the sun and moon are exactly opposite, that will be called Paurnami, the full moon day. So on that time, on that particular day, in whichever nakshatra the moon is in, or to whichever nakshatra the moon is close by, based on that nakshatra, the month gets its name. So now, if the moon is here, the moon is very close to Chitra Nakshatra, in Chitra Nakshatra. That's why this month is called as Chaitra Mas. On the Paurnami day, exactly in the middle of a month, in whichever nakshatra the moon is in, or to, because we have 27 nakshatras, but 12 are chosen, and the close by nakshatra, that nakshatra's name is given to that particular lunar month. And we see in the next month, next year for the Chaitra Mas. In the next year, the sun will be here and the moon will be here. So moon is in Chitra Nakshatra. So this month is called Chaitra Mas, from here to here. If you see, the sun is exactly in the middle of the Chaitra Mas, from here to here, if you see. Exactly in the middle. So moon will be here. And then in the next year, this is Chaitra Mas. Sun will be here. Is exactly in the middle of the Chaitra Mas. At that time, the moon will be here. The moon is very close to Chitra Nakshatra. Though it is in Asta Nakshatra, but moon is close to Chitra Nakshatra. This month is called Chaitra Mas. Like that, in 3 years, we can see that that month gets the name Chaitra, because on the full moon day, the moon is either in the Chitra Nakshatra or very close to Chitra Nakshatra. The same concept can be seen for some other position. So here, the sun is here and the moon is here. The moon is exactly in the middle of this particular lunar month. That time sun is in Maga, sorry, moon is in Maga Nakshatra. So this particular month is called Maga Mas. And the next year, this is Maga Mas, sun is exactly in the middle and moon is here somewhere close to Maga Nakshatra. And the next year, so Maga is here to here and the moon is close to, moon is in Maga Nakshatra. That's how a particular month gets its name based on the position of the moon on the full moon day. So this is one of the simple concept about how come these names are given to these two elements. Because yesterday in the previous class, we have seen that how the zodiac signs get their names. This particular zodiac sign gets the name Mesha because the group of star appear to be like a Mesha. The Mesha animal. Or they appear to be like a bull. That's why it is called a Vrushaba. They appear to be like couple. That's why it is called Miduna. It appears to be like crab. That's why it is called the Karka. Something like that. And this appears to be like lion. It is called Simha. And same way, the 12 lunar months gets their names from the nakshatras in which the moon is placed on the full moon day. So that is the understanding. And also For a lunar month to be called as a lunar month, the lunar month should have the Sankranti, should have one Sankranti. Sankranti means the sun moving from one zodiac sign to other zodiac sign. Then only that lunar month should be called as a proper lunar month. For example, Chaitra Mas, if you take Chaitra beginning here and ending here in 2016, the sun's transition is there somewhere in the throughout the area of the Chaitra Mas. That's why this is bona fide Chaitra Mas. And for this Chaitra Mas, sun transition is here. For this Chaitra Mas, sun transition is here. I will take questions maybe in 5 minutes. One more concept is there. I will discuss that. Then we'll take questions. So sun's transition means because basically, so from here to sun is going behind by 1 degree approximately every day. So when sun moves from this to this, that is called Sankranti. Sankranti is basically sun moving from one zodiac sign to other zodiac sign, one Rashi to other Rashi. That we generally have over every month. So sun enters into Mesha Rashi on 14th April. So something like that. So this is the, so sun transition to Mesha is called Chaitra Mas. If a lunar month has sun entry into Mesha Rashi, that is called Chaitra Mas. If a lunar month has sun's entry into Tula Rashi, that is called Ashwini. If sun's entry into Kumbha Rashi, it is called Magha Mas, something like that. The names of the 12 lunar months are derived also based on sun's entry into a particular zodiac sign. Two things are there. The position of the moon on the full moon day, in whichever nakshatra or to whichever nakshatra is close by, that name it gets. And for the month to be called as a proper month, there should be a sun transition into a zodiac sign. Without such a sun's transition to zodiac sign, if a lunar month starts and ends, that particular month is called as Adhika Mas. So now let us see the same thing. For every month in this picture, you can see that there is sun's transition. For example, Bhadrapada, you take here to here, there is a transition. This Bhadrapada, there is sun's transition. And this Bhadrapada, there is a sun's transition. Sun's transition is there only. But now, you see this month, the Amavasya, the green line indicates Amavasya. This green line began after the blue line. That means, after sun entered into Rishabha, the Amavasya came. And before sun entered into Midhuna, the Amavasya ended. So this particular lunar month did not see any Sankranti, any sun's transition from one Rashi to other Rashi. So that month considered to be a Malamas, in what we can say, improper month, improper lunar month. Since this particular lunar month does not have a sun's transition into any particular zodiac sign, that's why it is called as improper month. For example, if you see here, 14th May to 13th June, 14th May, sun entered into Rishabha on 15th May, and Amavasya ended and new month started on 16th May, and the month ended on 13th June and new month started on 14th June, and on the 14th June, maybe a little later, on 15th June, sun is entering into Midhuna. So 16th May to 13th June comes within this Rishabha Rashi itself. So this particular month did not see any transition of sun into a new zodiac sign. So this month is considered to be improper month. That's why we call it as Adhika Mas. It is not one of the 12 proper months, but it is an additional improper month. That's why we call it as the Adhika Mas. So for every month, there is a preceding deity. Since everyone was scolding that preceding deity of that particular additional month, she went to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu gave special protection to her. Since then, that month became known as Purushottam Adhika Mas. And if anyone performs any special devotional activities in that particular month, will get more results, more returns. That's how Lord blessed it, and it became auspicious month from that point of view. But technically, a month which does not see any sun's transition to new zodiac sign is called as improper month or Adhika Mas, additional month. That's how a lunar additional month comes, because In every solar year, we have 365.25 days and we have 12 solar months. The sun traveling into a particular zodiac sign is called solar month. 365.25 divided by 12, we get 30.5. And we saw that every lunar month will be having 29.6 days, but solar month will be having 30.5 days. The 29.56 days can sometime once in a while can stay within the 30.5 days. That particular month is called as additional month and Adhika Mas. So that's what we see here in this picture. So for the solar month from here to here it is 30.5 days. For the lunar month from here to here it is 29.6 days. So there is a difference of 1 day. So this lunar month started after solar month began and it ended before the solar transition happens. So this is called additional month. So this is how the additional month concept has been presented in our Vedic literatures. And based on this understanding of the movement of sun and moon over Kala Chakra, our Panchangam has been prepared. Based on that, we perform all the festivals throughout the year. If you see in our Vaishnava tradition, all our festivals are performed based on the lunar month and lunar tithi, not based on English calendar dates. The only one festival in a year we celebrate, that is known as Makar Sankranti, is based on the sun's entry into Makara Rashi. When sun enters into Makara Rashi, that is called Makar Sankranti, that is celebrated as a great festival all over India, especially in the South India, because the Uttarayana begins on this particular day, on 15th January, and Uttarayana goes from here to all the way up to here. So sun's transition from Makara, Kumbha, Meena, Mesha, Rishabha, Mithuna, this particular period is called Uttarayana. And from Karaka to Danu is called Dakshinayana. Dakshina is not considered to be so auspicious. Uttarayana generally considered to be as more auspicious. That's why the beginning of Uttarayana is celebrated as a great festival, as Makara Sankranti, all over India, especially in South India. Other than this one festival, all our festivals, whether it is Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Balram Purnima, Nityanand Trayodashi, Gaur Purnima, Ramanavami, Narsingha Chaturthi, or the Tithis of Prabhupada appearance day, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur's appearance day, our Guru Maharaj's appearance day, our respective Guru Maharaj's appearance day, everything is performed based on Tithis, not with respect to the English dates which are based on sun's movement. So this is our traditional calendar being used. So this concept we can understand based on the movements of sun and moon along with the Kala Chakra. So this is some theory. Seems to be maybe difficult to grab through everything in one go. Little technical. So I'm here to explain now. If you have any doubts, any clarification, we try to explain. If they are not clear, request you to go through the same video visuals afterwards. And if you still have some doubts, we can take those doubts tomorrow also. Tomorrow also we have class, so no problem. So please, those devotees who have questions, please, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for explaining such a nice zodiac signs and that sun and moon things. Prabhu, I have a question. It may be silly, but Prabhu, what is the, like normally kids are born and they go according to Rashi. They're like, because they born in March, so they should be Min Rashi for them. And then the letters are assigned to that number. So why our elders are always emphasized on to go with the Rashi name? Is there any significance behind that?
Okay. For example, you see the line here. So
Yes.
This line is somewhere here. 15th January to 12th February. I take one more line. Yeah, I'll take this line. This line. So why I'm taking, because this is very close to my birthday. I have been born on 25th January.
Okay.
So many years back. So this is 15th January. When sun is here is 15th January. After 10 days, it may not be exact 10 days, but I take the 10 days. The sun had come here. Sun is here on 25th January. So that was my appearance day. So on that particular day, since sun is here, my Janma Rashi will be Makar Rashi. Because sun is in Makar Rashi.
Okay.
And my Janma Nakshatra, according to sun, it will be Shravan Nakshatra.
Okay.
On the same day, exactly at the time of my birth, I don't know right now where was the moon, but for example, you think that, accept that the moon is here. I'm taking the same line. On the same day, at the time of my birth, my parents told me that I was born early in the morning hours, around 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. when they were taking my mother to hospital, something like that. On the way, only I was born. So that was early in the morning, 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. The moon is here. So for moon, the moon is in Karka Rashi and moon is in Ashlesha Nakshatra. You can see here Ashlesha?
Yeah.
So generally, our Janma Rashi is seen with respect to the sun's position and Janma Nakshatra is seen with respect to the moon's position. So since sun is in Makar Rashi, my Janma Rashi is Makar Rashi. Okay. And the moon is in Ashlesha Nakshatra, my Janma Nakshatra will be Ashlesha Nakshatra. Yes. But at the same time, the moon also have a Rashi, the sun also have a Nakshatra. For sun, Shravan Nakshatra and moon, Karka Rashi. But for seeing my birth chart, my forecast or my what you can say my astrological calculations, though sun has both, but sun's Rashi is considered important and the moon's Nakshatra is considered important. Okay. And for all other grahas, their Rashi is seen first, and also with respect to Rashi there will be some effect, and with respect to Nakshatra there will be some other effect. With respect to the combined position of Rashi and Nakshatra will be some other effect. For example, because for my birthday sun is here, I have combination of Makar Rashi and Shravan Nakshatra. If my birthday would have been somewhere here on 20th January, then the combination of sun will be Makar Rashi and Uttarashada. That combined effect would be different.
Okay.
So like that, the predictions are made based on the position of Rashi and Nakshatra at the time of our birth. What we are going to do in our life, everything can be predicted. Because what we are going to get in our life is depending upon our past karma.
Yes.
The effect of karma can be seen with respect to the position of the grahas at the time of our birth. This is not exaggeration. This is a proper Vedic scientific understanding. The only problem we have is that the astrologer, how much bona fide is the astrologer, the person who is speaking us, the person who is predicting based on the position of the planets. It all depends on to that person, how much accurate it is.
So basically, yes, it is important to have that nakshatra to predict our things. But Prabhu, the name, normally our parents keeps the name on charm according to the mean Rashi or something. So is it important as well?
From Vedic culture point of view, it is important. It is generally given like that.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu.
If the parents are having interest, they can consult an astrologer and they can name it like that. But in our Vaishnava tradition, anyway, eventually spiritual master initiates us based on our lordship. That is there.
Right. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you so much for the clarification.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, other devotees can unmute.
Dandavat Pranam, very nicely explained, Prabhuji. We know there will be a Adhika Masam, and I remember in my childhood I used to wait for that Masam only to get the second birthday. Every year we used to get only one birthday, and at that time we used to celebrate additional birthday. And Prabhuji, what is the reason behind this leap year? February they will have 29 days.
So that is simple. I told you now, in a year we have 365.25 days. The 25 I anyway truncated. 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, 0.25 over 4 years. That will be one additional day. So that will be February 29th.
But that will be with respect to the sun.
Sun, that is with respect to sun only. That has nothing to do with moon.
Yeah. Okay.
In our traditional moon calendar, we have Adhika Mas. So that Adhika Mas will accommodate. So this one day additional thing also will be accommodated, having Adhika Mas immediately after 2 years. So like I shown in this picture, we had Adhika Mas in the year 2018, and later on we again had Adhika Mas in the 2020 only. So 2 years later only immediately happened. And next will be 2023. Then next will be 2026, 29, 32, like that.
And which Masa will be Adhika Masa? It depends on the moon's calculation.
Yeah, whichever Masa does not have any sun's transition. Whichever Masa, whichever lunar month does not have any Sankranti, that is called Adhika Mas. So like that we see here, this lunar month began after sun's transition into Rishabha, and it ended before that only. So this month does not see any sun transition. That's why it is Adhika Mas.
And Prabhuji, regarding this New Year celebration, Ugadi, in the South India also, for Tamil Nadu, they celebrate 2 weeks later than what they celebrate in Andhra.
They follow Nakshatra Mana. There is another Mana called as, there is something called as Surya Mana. Those people who follow sun's calendar, that is Surya Mana. And most of us follow Chandramana, the moon's calendar. And Tamil Nadu, they have special. Tamil Nadu, everything is special. The language is special, the calendar is special, everything is special. So that is based on Nakshatra Mana. Nakshatra plus moon, both combined together.
And they celebrate birthday also according to Nakshatra, right, Prabhuji?
I don't know much details. Some of 1 or 2 details I know, that much only I'm saying.
But we celebrate according to the Tithi, as we celebrate like Rama Navami and Janma Ashtami, like that. And also, Prabhuji, I have one more doubt. In the north also, the Purnami starts the month, right? When we celebrate Kartika mainly, Damodar month, we celebrate from Amavasya to next Amavasya, but they celebrate from Purnami to Purnami.
We celebrate Purnami to Purnami because Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared on Purnami.
Oh, that is another kind of calendar then.
With Toda, either other, they have given some freedom to change. For example, for Gaudiya month, already Chaitra Mas began. On Gaura Purnima, last Friday only it began. But for South Indians, the Chaitra Mas will begin on Ugadi.
Yeah, from no moon to Amavasya is 1 month for us. For them, it will be Purnami to Purnami.
Purnami to 15 days earlier.
Yeah, so that's why many people, they feel the Indian calculation is confusing, because within India they have different types of calculations. One start from Purnami to Purnami. For us, it starts from Amavasya to Amavasya, and the Ugadis are also different basing on stars, and someone do according to Tithi. So that is a little bit confusing to explain if anyone asks, because within India we have so many kinds of variations, Prabhuji.
No, actually that is not confusion. That is actually, it is a good engagement for everyone. If everything is same, one numbers only, monotonous, what is fun in that? So we go to every state, there will be different way of telling things.
Yeah, so within India, it is okay, because we celebrate similarly in Tamil Nadu. It is, but we are coming out of India when we are in US. Some people, we have all the friends in temple together, we celebrate. For them, we sit next to the people there in Tamil Nadu. They feel this is not Kartika, when we mainly celebrate Kartik Somvara and all those things, and Damodar month also. We start from Amavasya only. They already started and they have celebrated the 2 months early. So here we can see a lot of differences, Prabhuji.
No problem. Just we need to accommodate all the differences also.
Sometimes we celebrate like 45 days. This 30
that is
days
good now. You have multiple celebrations.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained.
Okay, please go ahead, other devotees.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. This is Shyam Chandra Das from Bombay. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation of in-depth analysis of this Vedic time wheel. I mean, there is so much to learn in this, and the more we learn, the more we feel we don't know anything. So I was trying to analyze when you said your date as 25th January. Now mine is 31st January, but my nakshatram is Puram, which is equivalent to Purvashada. But here I see if I take 31st January, it would be more or less like, Shravan, no?
No.
So
Nakshatra, it is with respect to the moon on that particular day where the moon is there. So when I say Makar Rashi, that is sun's position. Sun is here. My sun is here. My moon, I don't know where the moon was. I just kind of said moon is here. So I said moon nakshatra is Ashlesha.
So
nakshatra is based on the moon.
So every year this wheel would be different, right?
It's okay. For you, your Janma nakshatra will be same. It won't change. The time when you are born, that time where the moon was there, that will be Janma nakshatra for you always, for your entire life. It won't change.
Okay.
On your celebration of birthdays, it may be here and there, doesn't matter. That is not required for you. At the time of birth, where was the moon position? Where was the sun's position? That is fixed. That can't change.
So that becomes the nakshatra.
Yeah, that will become your Janma nakshatra.
Okay.
Based on that, your life can be predicted.
Okay, and Rashi is where the sun was at that time.
Where sun was there during that time.
Okay. Okay. And how much time the sun would take to complete this entire wheel?
365 days.
So now when the sun is moving, like a spoke, the remaining nakshatra and zodiac, everything is moving, along with the sun.
Yes. That's what we are showing many animations.
Yeah.
Okay. Very soon I think in the future only I have animation. I'll show that. Upcoming slides, I have got animation. I'll show that.
Okay, Prabhu.
Both sun and moon are moving along with the Kala Chakra, but sun and moon are like little lagging behind. So that will take some time.
Okay. So while the sun takes 365 days, the moon takes 355 days, correct?
No. The moon takes 347 days.
347 days. Okay.
Within 355 days, one lunar year gets completed. 12 Amavasas gets completed.
Okay. And we follow the lunar calendar, no?
Yes. We are supposed to follow lunar calendar, but we don't follow.
Okay.
How is that? If for your children, when do you celebrate their birthdays?
As per the English date of birth.
That's why we are not following.
Okay.
But Janmashtami, when do we follow Janmashtami?
As per the Nakshatram.
Tithi.
It
is called Janmashtami because it is Ashtami. Ashtami
but
is
then
Tithi.
Why? Normally the disappearance is Tithi and appearance is the Nakshatram. Is it like that?
No, Prabhuji. Tithi is Tithi. Tithi has nothing to do with Nakshatra or anything. Tithi is basically the combined position of sun and moon together. It is a combination of both solar and lunar calendar that gives us Tithi.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Thanks a lot. It is very fascinating. Very interesting. Prabhu. Thanks a lot.
See, these concepts seems to be too complicated, but they are not complicated. Simply, we are not aware of that, or we are not used to it. All these are actually very simple. I'm sorry to say this. I'm not saying this out of my audacity or something like that. In my childhood, I used to see all my family members. None of them have never been to school. My father's elder sister and many others, even my mother and many who maybe barely they have gone to school, learned maybe 1 or 2 years they might have gone to school, they have not gone to school many times. But they know everything very clearly, which month is going now, which nakshatra is going now, everything they say. And they say that what will happen now this month, this 15 days, there could be, the weather could be more cloudy. So we should not keep any grains over terrace. Anytime the rain can come, that the grains will get moistened, etc., etc. They know clearly all these things because these things are being talked about, being used in their daily life. All the family members being talked about them, so they became their part of their life. But because they are not taught in the schools, and we have lost it. And since we are not discussing in our homes, our children also, our next generation also don't know about them.
But Prabhuji, every day while doing puja, we have to do the sankalpam, we have to do the nama of the samvatsara and month and the Tithi, Nakshatra, everything.
How many of us are doing? How many of us are doing?
We are doing regularly, Prabhuji.
Maybe some of you who are trained very nicely, who are born in Brahmana family, might be doing. What about us? We are not.
Daily
from
we have to see that calendar if you follow this or not, and also the Tithi will be considered for the day only at the time of sunrise. What star is there and what Tithi is there? Prabhuji, I have one more question, because we celebrate birthdays only according to the Tithi, and I taught my kids also, when they go to temple, they have to tell to the priest before offering the flowers or anything to do the puja. They have to tell their own nama, nakshatra, and everything. But why do we do the anniversaries, wedding anniversary, everything we do only according to the dates?
That is our school culture.
Usually there is no that such thing like anniversary celebration before.
Previously it was not there. The school culture.
And also, Prabhuji, because of that same thing where you said, even my mother, she knows everything about this, but when she registered my name in the school, she doesn't remember the birthday also. So the day in the passport and everything will be different. She knows only according to the Tithi, so she doesn't remember even the dates according to the Indian. So that much we are into this Tithi and the Nakshatra calendars. And yeah, this English culture is somewhere that
no, it's okay. I'm not saying that all of us should learn it. I'm just saying that these are all our Vedic traditions, but somehow we are little drifting away from it. Because now it seems a little complicated, too much. Why to? I mean, anyway, it is complex. Why to know all these things, etc. But better to aware of all these things. The simple understanding is that we celebrate all our festivals in the temple as per Tithi, but we perform all the programs in our home as per the dates. The birthday celebration, anniversary celebration, this celebration, that celebration.
Yeah, when I wish anyone according to the Tithi also, they ask me, how do you remember this Tithi? Because I say, it is only 15. You have to remember 30 of the dates. If it is a 27th, 5th March or 25th January, as you said, you have to remember that 30 days. That is hard. To remember 15, it is only half of those dates. So Tithi remembering is very easy.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat.
Yes. One.
Yeah, Prabhuji, this sun and moon are having relative motion with the time wheel, whereas this nakshatras and rasis, are they having same speed as the time wheel, Prabhu?
Prabhuji, time wheel means nakshatras and rashis. Nakshatras and rashis combined together, we are calling it as time wheel.
Means they're embedded or
no. Okay. Kala Chakra means Kala Chakra is nothing but Rashi Chakra.
Okay.
We said that the wheel had 12 spokes. The 12 spokes are nothing but 12 Rashis. So without spokes, the wheel cannot be there.
Yes. Okay.
So especially if you remember our bicycle or two-wheeler, without that iron rods in between, can we have wheel?
Yes.
We can't.
No.
So it is like that. Wheel means those spokes only.
Okay.
And we are adding 27 nakshatras also onto it. So combined both 12 rashis and 20 nakshatras combined together is called Kala Chakra.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. And one more thing, in our discussion of lunar and solar, this duration, right? Prabhuji, this one, why didn't we take other what is that, Navagrahas, other grahas into picture here? Only we took sun and moon into the picture.
I mean, we are slowly coming into Prabhuji. I'm just explaining one by one concept. First, I started with sun alone in the previous class. Today, I added moon. So later on, I will add other graphs also. If I add everything, it will be too complex to understand.
Yes, Prabhuji. And you will explain about the seasons, right, Prabhu, later?
Oh, that will be in next class, maybe later, not today.
Okay, Prabhu, yeah.
Now, we are trying to understand that the movement of the sun and moon, along with Kala Chakra, they are moving. But there is a difference of movements with respect to Kala Chakra also. That is what we are trying to understand.
Speed is different.
Because of the difference of the movement with respect to Kala Chakra, we are experiencing the phenomena called as solar months, lunar months, Adhika Mas, etc. That is a point of understanding now.
And you will explain about the days also, right, Prabhu? The days also. The individual days, the names of the individual days.
oh, that is a different concept. That is not required. Anyway, days are happening, some names are given, they're cyclically repeating. It's okay.
Okay, and one more thing I saw, Prabhu, on the Kala Chakra, in one of the pictures, there were some symbols, Prabhu, like in along with this scorpion, or there were some symbols in one of the chakra.
These are the symbols.
Apart from this, Prabhu, some Greek symbols or something was there in one of the.
Oh, that I downloaded from Google. Some people have created like that. In other countries, they have different symbols, different names. These symbols are as per India.
Okay, Prabhu.
Every country has their own respective symbols. There is some change in the symbols.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this detailed explanation. Prabhuji, as you said, like a soul will be born according to his previous karma on the particular nakshatra and rasi, and accordingly his life will be designed. So what is the benefit of going through this astrology and getting to know, is it going to change, or why this is required to know?
It is not going to change. Forget about the change and all. Astrology does not tell exactly what you do, what will happen, who you do, etc. Astrology will tell us what are the principal events that will happen in our life. So when Lord Krishna was born, Vasudev kind of consulted the sages, what will happen to, what is the future of my son. We see Bhagavatam, when Parikshit Maharaj was born, Yudhishthira Maharaj called all the important Brahmanas to perform Jatakarma ceremony and also predict what will he do in the future. And there is one whole chapter dedicated for that. Even from Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita, Abhay Charan Day movie, we see that when Prabhupada was born, even that Jatakarma ceremony was performed, astrological chart was prepared, and it was told that time only. He will become sannyasi after 70, 60 years, and he will travel all over far and wide multiple times. He will construct 108 temples. All these things were told at the time only. Even in Madhva Sampradaya, they specifically see the chart, a birth chart of every person, whoever want to become sannyasi. They actually see that, they understand whether this person had the inclination to remain as a renounced order. Otherwise, the person supposed to be living in household order, if he is given renounced order, he will not last long. Same way, in our household order, at the time of marriage, the birth charts of the bride and bridegroom are seen and they are matched together to understand whether they can coexist for the remaining part of their life. If we bring two opposite personalities together, they cannot go together. So at some of the instances, they are required. From bhakti point of view, we don't have to take them seriously, but normal lifestyle point of view, they are all considered very, they are considered important in the past at least. They will not change. They only give us some indication. What will happen? That's all.
Okay, Prabhuji. If
it is
not
like a medical, it is like a medical report. We go through MRI test. It will tell what is the problem or what is our current condition.
Okay, Prabhuji. So if it is not affecting the bhakti path, why devotees tend to understand these things? Why is it important?
For social reasons, for marriage purposes, or general awareness, just want to know what is my mentality, what is my mentality, etc. Some out of curiosity, some might go, especially the parents who are interested their children to get married, they are into it. And sometimes when there is some serious problems are going on, they consult.
Just to have a smooth journey as long as we are in this material world, so they just take advantage of these things.
See, I don't have any authority to talk about how they are supposed to respond to it. I'm just talking about the science behind astrology. So astrology, they consult to know all these things. After knowing how do they respond and all, it is up to them. Different people will take it differently. So whether they should consult or not,
okay,
that also
if it helps for someone, they might take it.
If they want, they can take it. If they don't want, they don't take it. So my general understanding, my general observation is that even devotees also consult astrologers when their children, when they want their children to get married, or when some devotees are seriously going through some problem. So it's like that.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams. Thank you so much for your very nice explanation, Prabhuji. So my question is, the nakshatras are personalities. Are they personalities?
Nakshatras are nothing but 2-3 stars together, which appear to be like a small bear. In Sanskrit, they are technically called as Riksha. In the Ramayana, Jambavan is called as Riksha Raja, the king of bears. So Nakshatras in Sanskrit, they are called as Rikshas. Of course, the 27 daughters of Daksha were given in marriage to Moon. And one nakshatra is given to one daughter. So it is basically their residential place. In each nakshatra, one daughter of Daksha is staying, or one wife of Moon is staying, and that entire nakshatra is called with the name of the daughter. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, they are all the names of the 27 daughters of Daksha.
Okay, Prabhuji. So are they like they have some characteristics and that reflects on the person who's born in that nakshatra? Is that like that?
No, it is not about their characteristics, not like that. See, these are all devatas. They have some service to perform to all of us. So what is their service? They will be governing all our activities based on our past karmas. Karmana daiva netrena jantur dehopapadyate. This is the first verse of the 31st chapter of the 3rd canto. All of you can refer to it. Karmana daiva netrena jantur dehopapadyate. The jiva gets a particular human body in their next life based on their past karma. Karmana, based on their past karma. Daiva netrena, under the supervision of the devatas. Here primarily we are referring to the devatas, the 12 Rashi Purushas, the 27 Nakshatras, and the Navagrahas. These are the people who will be supervising all our activities directly, which is depending upon past karma.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. So Rashis are also Rashi. You said that it's based on the shape of the group of the nakshatras, right? And yes. Rashi's Lord is Vishnu. So yes. Are the Rashis? Are also
even in every Rashi also there are some devatas are residing. There will be a devata who will be in charge of that Rashi. Nothing is without living entities in the entire universe. All the Rashis are also inhabited by different variety of devatas. Who is their leader? I don't know. Somebody is there. Some devata. We have 3.3 crore devatas. Usme se koi to rahega. Someone might be staying there.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. And one more question regarding the Navagrahas being in the temple of Lord Shiva. And so, especially the people go around Navagrahas, like circumambulate. So, does it have any effect on the karma?
See, circumambulation is like we are offering our respects to them, accepting there is superiority over us. Every day morning in Mangalarti also we do circumambulation around Tulsi Maharani.
Right.
Praying to Tulsi Maharani that, my dear Tulsi Devi, please give us Krishna Bhakti. Similarly, these pilgrims, when they visit Lord Shiva's temple, they circumambulate around Navagrahas altar, praying that, so my dear Devatas, kindly remove bad influence upon us. Kindly remove your bad eye upon me. So here we are praying, asking something auspicious. There they are praying for the removal of something inauspicious. That's all.
Yeah, yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. This is a very important aspect to understand because, as you said, that all our festivals are based on lunar calendars, and why Ekadashi is coming 1 or 2 days here and there, and what is Adhika Mas, how it is coming. So, because our whole, the festival calendar, our Vaishnava calendar is based on this. It's very important to know this. That's what I understood from this. But so far, we didn't have any knowledge of this, Prabhuji. So thank you so much. As you said, it's not something that we can understand in one listening. The session, we have to listen to it again and again. But this kind of I mean, in-depth explanation is very unique, Prabhuji, and you have done this wonderful service to the devotee community. Very, very thankful to you, Prabhuji, for your association and this contribution, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So I'm trying to explain all these things because one point is that just to impress upon all the devotees that we have all these things in our day-to-day culture, in our Vedic literatures. Only thing is that we are not paying attention to it. Just to help all of us understand that, okay, something is there in our Vedic culture also, we need to pay attention to that. Otherwise, we consider that the heliocentric theory, what we study in the solar in the schools, is all in all. There is much more to it in our Vedic literature, since we have not studied in our childhood, so we don't know it. That's all. So if we spend little more time, little more our heart, if we give to it, we can understand it. It gives the complete picture. So that is the only one intention of mine, just to stress upon all these things. So I'm no way criticizing or minimizing those things. We know they are all there. They are very simple to understand. They're very easy to understand. Apparently, these Vedic concepts are a little difficult to understand, difficult to digest in the first go. So we need to spend some time. The scientists are working hard for the last 2,500 years, at least in our written history, starting with Aristotle, Plato. So we also need to spend some time to understand our traditional concepts. So at least that much we can do.
Yeah, very, very true, Prabhuji. Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
So here is a question from Nitya Narasimha Prabhu in the chat box. Says that, is 3.3 crore devatas is practically correct? Kindly clarify. Some say it is not correct. They say 33 crores. So there are two things. In Sanskrit, it is said that 33 koti. So in our vernacular language in India, koti can mean 100 lakhs. Koti can mean that many divisions. Koti means so subdivisions. So in Bhagavad Gita chapter 11, where Lord Krishna shows universal form to Arjuna, Arjuna describes it, Sanjaya describes it. In one of the verses, it is said that Arjuna is seeing all the devatas. So how many devatas Arjuna is seeing in that universal form? Actually, it is supposed to be 3.3 crore devatas. There are this many devatas who are in charges for the maintenance of our universe. So especially in India, we have parliament, the members who are responsible for the administration of the entire India. We are around 600 people, 600 members who are elected by elections all throughout the entire area of the India. So for India, we have 600 plus MPs and 300 plus what we call that Rajya Sabha members, and then we have individual state wise so many MLAs and MLCs, and we also have so many IPS officers, etc. All these are different administrative posts who are responsible for maintaining the entire country India. Like that, it is there all the countries all over world. Same way, in order to maintain the Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka, the administrators who are responsible to look after all the different activities of the entire universe, especially the three lokas, are 3.3 crores. Not exactly 3.3, 3.33333 crores. This is clearly mentioned in the many of the Puranas. Or we can say, to be more precise, 33 million devatas. That many. But why? How come the 33 crore comes? It is actually 33 koti. Out of these many devatas, 33 are the most important devatas. Who are they? 12 Adityas, the 12 sons of Aditi and Kashyapa. The 11 Rudras which appeared from Lord Brahma's Brukuti. When the 4 Kumaras were requested by Lord Brahma to get married and beget children, they said, no, we want to remain as brahmacharis. Lord Brahma became angry. From that anger appeared Rudra. So they appeared in 11 forms. Those are the 11 Rudras. And then 8 Vasus. So 8 Vasus are, I remember that, Daksha had 60 daughters. Out of 60, 10 daughters were given in marriage to Dharmaraj. So out of the 10, one daughter name was Vasu. and she gave birth to 8 sons. And those 8 sons are known as 8 Vasus. One of those 8 Vasus appeared as Bhishma. Recently, we were discussing our Bhagavatam classes in Chaupati temple. That Bhishma chapter is going on now, first canto, chapter 9. So the 8 Vasus, 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus. 12 plus 8, 20, 20 plus 11, 31, and 2 Ashwinis, 33. These are the principal devatas who have the special responsibilities for the entire universal maintenance. So that's how the 33 koti comes. It has nothing to do with 33 crores. Though we may call in our vernacular language koti means crores, but it's actually 33 division devatas. But in total, the administrative devatas are 3.3 crore devatas. And they also have their wives, children, and many more servants like that. In the heavenly planet is full with many people. Just like in India also, we have the administrative members and the general population. Like that in the Swarga also, the administrative devatas plus their other family members. So like that, there are many more Devaloka residents. So it's like that. So there is one question from Tiffany Mataji. She says that in Western astrology, we use both symbols. The symbols in the slide and the other symbols are called glyphs. They are based on these pictures or representations. So I am not aware of many of those symbols. Different countries use different symbols based on their origins of Greek, Latin, and other things. So symbols vary from country to country. That is okay. Even in India also we have things varying from state to state. So this is acceptable, no problem. But concept is same everywhere. Symbols may vary, but concept will not change. Everywhere the concept is same. So that was all about these particular zodiac signs and Rashis, etc. So we will discuss one more concept and we'll close for the day. So basically the 12 zodiac signs will be like this. When you see from the surface of the earth, we'll see them like this. So this is Mesha, Vrishaba, Mithuna, Karaka, Simha. So like that, they are keep varying. So we'll briefly discuss this concept and then we'll close for the day. How the moon changes its phases over a period of 1 month. So as we briefly mentioned in the previous slides, sun is here and when moon is here, since the sunlight is brightening this part of the moon, and from the surface of the earth we see this part of the moon. So since this is dark, we can't see the moon on the Amavasya day. That is called Amavasya. But over a period of 1 or 2 days, since the moon is going backward by 12 degrees every day, so some portion of the moon which is inside this orbital circle of the moon will become bright. So after 1 or 2 days, we see small portion of the moon, a small arc. Little later, the arc becoming increasing, bigger and bigger. Over a period of 8 days, we see half moon bright. When the moon is here, sun is here, this part of the moon is bright and this part of the moon we see. So we see half moon dark and half moon bright on the Ashtami day, something like that, Saptami, Ashtami. And after 15 days, when the moon goes on the other side, this part of the moon is bright. And from the surface of the earth, we see this part of the moon completely bright. That is full moon day. And then gradually as it passes by, again after 8 days, we see half moon bright. And another after 8 to 7 days, we see full moon dark on Amavasya. So this is how the moon being observed from us. The first day it will be full dark, second day small arc, third day little bigger arc, fourth day little more bigger arc, like that. On the 8th day half bright and half dark, and it gradually proceeds. On the 15th day full moon, and then gradually reducing half moon, gradually reducing to 0 moon. This is how the moon changes its phases over a period of 1 lunar month. So the month begins on Amavasya and the month ends on Amavasya. In the middle we have Paurnami or full moon day. So here now we are seeing the movement of both sun and moon together over a period of 30 days. Kindly observe the upper portion, the top view, bottom portion, the bottom portion, the front view. In the front view, you get to see that how after every day the size of the moon being seen by us is gradually increasing. Starting point like Amavasya, this moon is lying by 12 degrees every day. And here you see the amount of moon seen by us gradually increasing. Starting time, there was no moon seen, hardly. But one day later, little moon we can see. And 2 days later, little bigger moon. It's like that. So now we get to see half moon. This is perfectly half moon we are seeing because they are 90 degrees apart. And here you can see number of days, how many days completed, and which star it is in, which nakshatra, which tithi is going through, and what is the time of the day with respect to the place where the discussion is going on. This is full moon day. The moon is on the opposite side. Full moon is bright. We get to see from the surface of the earth, full moon. Now the moon is gradually reducing every day. You can see little bit reducing. Little bit more. Little bit more. This is again half moon day. Yeah. Now it is already Amavasya, a little bit more. If you see here, I have completed 30 days. Amavasya to Amavasya will be 29.6 days. So another 0.4 day extra completed. So in that 0.4 day, moon went from here to here. So that is the understanding. So here you see two things. Normally, daily motion, the sun and moon are along with Kala Chakra moving clockwise direction. But with respect to Kala Chakra, the sun and moon seems to be moving backward. Starting point, sun was in Mesha. And now sun came to Vrishabha. Starting point, moon was here. And moon went through all the Rashis and Nakshatras and came to the original point. Again, it went further, came in front of sun. Starting point, sun, moon was here, sun was here, that is Amavasya. Now sun, moon is here, sun is here, that is again Amavasya. Little more than Amavasya. So this is how we can see over a period of 1 month how the moon is varying through different phases. So on the first day, no moon is seen. Slowly, gradually, we get to see little bigger increasing moon, increasing order of the moon. And the full moon day becomes full moon and then gradually reducing to the no moon. So this is the simple concept. Whether it is being told in our Vedic literatures, whether the modern science is telling, the concept is same. Different people are telling differently. That is the only thing. Otherwise, there is no change in the concept. What is happening? What is written in the Vedic literatures is what is happening outside. And what is happening outside is observed by the modern science. And they are speaking in our school texts and other things, etc., etc. So there are a couple of concepts why the moon is varying through this fading and other things, etc. So I'll just discuss this one slide, then we'll take a couple of questions and we'll close for today's discussion. So why there are different understandings why the moon is going through waning and waxing, the fading concept. So one concept is said in the 6th canto, 6th chapter. The 27 constellations such as Kritika were all wives of the moon god. They were all daughters of the Daksha. However, because the moon god showed special favor to Rohini, he had special inclination towards Rohini. Daksha cursed him to suffer from consummation, which wastes the body away. Basically, when moon was spending more time or giving more gifts to Rohini, is one of the wife who became favorite, the other wives became unhappy. They went to the father and complained. And understanding that moon is not showing equal treatment to all the daughters, Daksha cursed the moon to get Kshaya Roga. Yakshma Grahardita. Kshaya Roga means lose your brightness. So moon became completely dark for many as a result of that curse. But moon came to Daksha, begged forgiveness and requested that hereafter I will not do this. Please forgive me for my ill treatment of your other daughters. I will take care of all your daughters similarly from now on. Please do something so that I will be freed from this bad condition currently I am going through. Then Daksha told that, please go and worship Lord Shiva and please him. So then you will regain your brightness again. So some say that the moon god came to Somanath and worship Lord Shiva. Some others say that moon god came to Udupi and worship Lord Shiva there, Anantalingeshwar. And as a result of that, by the blessings of Lord Shiva, and moon received his brightness. But sun, Surya, Lord Shiva said that, I will not give you full brightness, but I will give you, as a result of your father-in-law's curse, you will lose your brightness over 15 days. And as a result of my blessings, you will regain your brightness over another 15 days. That's why we see that by the curse of Daksha, the moon losing its brightness over 15 days during the waning phase. And by the blessings of Lord Shiva, the moon again gaining the brightness during waxing phase, during Shukla Paksha. So this is one understanding why the moon is losing and gaining the brightness, etc. So once the moon, and again this concept is mentioned by Lord Krishna in the 11th canto 6th chapter. When Lord Krishna wanted to wind up the pastimes, he requested all the Yadus to go to Somanath, Prabhas and Somanath. There they can worship the Devatas and get rid of all the ill omens. So once, Lord Krishna is saying that once the moon was afflicted with consumption because of the curse of Daksha, but just by taking bath at Prabhas, the moon was immediately freed from his suffering and again resumed the waxing of his phases. Similarly, if all of us also go to Prabhas and take bath and worship the Devatas, we can be freed from the ill omens that are appearing in Dwarka. Like that, Lord Krishna takes them and winds up the pastimes. So then, the second reason why moon is going through this waxing and waning, which is kindly given indication in Bhagavad Gita, which is the quotation is from Taittiriya Brahmana, Yajurveda 1.3.10.6. So where it is said that Pitrus are those who drink the hot vapor of the food. Ushmavagahi Pitara. The Pitrus eat the steam. What is the concept of the steam? Whatever water that is there on the surface of the earth, especially during the summer, also throughout the year, but especially during summer, the water will be evaporated from all different water bodies and it goes into the sky. From our understanding, we say that the evaporated water forms into clouds. But the scriptures say that all the water first goes to moon. All the evaporated water by sun, it goes to the moon. And the moon will extract the essence of that evaporated water. And the moon will transform that essence into Somarasa or the nectar. And that will be accumulated on the surface of the moon. The moon starts collecting or extracting nectar from Amavasya onwards. And every day, as he keeps collecting the amount of nectar on the surface of the moon, that much portion of the moon become bright. So gradually the nectar is getting accumulated on the surface of the moon, starting from Amavasya. Over a period of 15 days, the entire surface of the moon is accumulated with nectar. That is called Paurnami. Full moon day. The full moon is filled with Somarasa. Then the moon god invites all the Devatas. Please, my dear Devatas, please come. Have your food, have your meal. All the Devatas will assemble on the surface of the moon and they start drinking Somarasa. As they start drinking Somarasa, since there are so many devatas, the amount of the nectar that is there on the surface of the moon is getting reduced. That's why the amount of the moon seen by us from Paurnami onwards gets reduced. From the full moon day onwards gets reduced. The devatas drink for 14.5 days. Almost 99% of the nectar is taken by the devatas. With whatever remaining portion, 1% portion is there. And they say that, so my dear Pitru devatas who are residing on the surface of the moon, please accept the remaining nectar. So the Pitru devatas get to drink the nectar or Somarasa on the Amavasya, on the second half of the Amavasya day. That is their lunch time. They get to drink or they get to eat something on the Amavasya day, that is their lunch time. So it's like that. So thus moon extract the essence from the evaporated water for 15 days, that is waxing phase. And the devatas drink this essence as Somarasa for 14.5 days. And Pitrus drink the essence on the 15th day, on the Amavasya. That's why all over India we see that all the temples, the family householder, they offer Shraddhas rites to their deceased forefathers on the Amavasya day generally. And especially the dark fortnight of the Bhadrapada month is called as Pitru Paksha. And those 15 days, specifically all over India, everyone offers Shraddha rites to their deceased parents, deceased family members. There is a tradition coming down because of this kind of system is being arranged in the universe. So these are the different reasons. These are the two theoretical reasons. The technical reason, as you see in the animation, because of the relative position of the sun and moon. So anyway, we know that that portion of the moon is bright and other portion of the moon is dark. So that will be visible since moon is reflecting sunlight. So these are different reasons. All reasons are put together. We are experiencing what we are experiencing. So this is the concept of the change of the phases of the moon over a period of a lunar month. Hare Krishna. So there is a question that sometimes we are able to see sun and moon both in the sky. What are those days? So as you see in this animation, when the moon goes away, we get to see the moon. So when the moon is very close to sun, we don't see. But for example, now you see, the sun already set, the moon is still there in the vicinity of India. So we get to see at this particular time, this much portion of the moon. So after some time, so now moon also sets, so we don't see any moon. So when the sun and moon are a little far away, we get to see the moon in the daytime also. So it's like that based on their relative position. So when moon crosses this line, we get to see. When moon crosses this line, we stop seeing. This is the moon rise or sunrise point. This is the moonset and sunset point. So as long as the sun and moon are traveling in this area, the Indians will get to see. As long as the sun and moon are traveling in this area, all of you who are in the west get to see. So it is like that. Those who are Africans, they get to see when the sun and moon are traveling in this area. And the Japanese, they get to see sun and moon when they are traveling in this area. It's like that. So wherever we are, 90 degrees this side, 90 degrees this side, we get to see them. That is a simple understanding. There is one more question. Was there a discussion on Rahu, Ketu transit? If already discussed, sorry, Rahu, Ketu we will discuss little later. So that will take some more time. Okay. Any questions from other devotees? Otherwise, we'll stop here. It is already, we are late.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I think there are no more questions.
Yes.
I think we can end the call here, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for giving your very valuable time and enlightening us on this tough subject. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's such a wonderful, wonderful class, Prabhuji. And
I do understand that it is a little technical, difficult to get it right now. So all of you can discuss till tomorrow evening. So tomorrow evening we'll continue.
Yes, Prabhuji. Again, We'll meet tomorrow, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your association, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Let's pay our obeisances to Prabhuji and all the devotees. Vacha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva
Namo Namo
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Pavaneswar Prabhu ji ki jai.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Very, very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Thank
Very
you.
much, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.